Hey everybody, welcome to Your Beautiful Table, a YouTube channel all about helping you make your tables beautiful. Today we're going to talk about Bath & Body Works Southern Magnolia candle, so stay tuned. Thanks everybody for coming on back. If you're new to Your Beautiful Table, we're a website and a YouTube channel all about helping you make your tables beautiful. We talk about home fragrance, home decor, tabletop decor, china, table linen, silverware, those kinds of things. So if you like that kind of content, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you. And today we're going to talk about Southern Magnolia from Bath & Body Works, but I wanted to share with you, I'm burning Goose Creek Sweet Petals. I just lit it up a minute ago. It's already almost got a nice wax pool with those two wick candles. Really do a great job of getting fragrance into the air. So I'll bring this review in a couple of days once I've had an opportunity to burn a little more, but you'll see that it's got like this beautiful purple wax. It's got a nice sort of bouquet of flowers here on the front of the label, so I'm looking forward to that. I've been sharing a couple of other candle videos. I've done Clean Cotton review from Homeworks, and I've done the State of France Cutting Garden review, so check out those videos if you are in the market for a variety of candle videos and are binge watching when you're at home with COVID, like, you know, in this COVID-19 crisis. Hopefully this video finds you doing well and healthy, but staying at home as much as you can. I know things are beginning to open up. We're taking our time here in North Carolina. Retailers opened on Friday to 50% capacity. We're going out wearing our mask, going real fast, hand sanitizer, that kind of stuff. I did find some hand sanitizer in the bathroom from Target from way on back, but I haven't seen any in store, so we'll see. I know that at work we've replaced all of our hand sanitizer with hand sanitizer from a distillery, which smells a lot like alcohol. So it is basically alcohol, but it smells like, I don't know, Everclear. Coming on back to this Southern Magnolia, something that does smell great is this Bath & Body Works Southern Magnolia candle. So this is the Bath & Body Works traditional 3-wick candle. It is, I can't remember how many ounces. I always forget how many ounces are in this candle. Y'all can probably know, like, oh my gosh. 14.5. I don't know why that doesn't stick in my head. 14.5 ounce candles, and they promise between 25 and 45 hours of burn time for these candles, and that's been my experience too. It is the classic 3-wick candle that has made Bath & Body Works famous. It retails at $24.50, but as you all know, you can get your Bath & Body Works candles for way less shopping sales using coupons. So wanted to share this with you. I bought this in a haul like maybe last year, so I'm not sure if they still make Southern Magnolia, but I'll find it and put a link to it below if they do. This has been a really great candle, and I burned it all the way down, but let me show you a little bit about the look of this that I really like. I like the floral presentation. It's got some wisteria here, some magnolia blooms, or it may even be gardenia blooms here. Those of you who are, you know, flower experts, these look more like gardenias than magnolias. And again, more wisteria and sort of random white flowers, but I like the black background with the pops of green. I just think that floral looks great. It almost looks like a nest candle, and then you come around, it's got Southern Magnolia there. This is actually raised. It's got a little texture on the label, and then Bath & Body Works. So a really nice presentation. Now, the only thing is, you know, you can see that this is like gone pretty quickly in the manufacturing process, and the label doesn't really match up. The seam doesn't match up there, but hey, coming around, overall, it's a nice, handsome label. Will look great on any table. So the top of it is embossed with this fun design that sort of looks like flowers. So it could be triangles, but you sort of have flower petals sort of coming out like that. I don't love a shiny chrome label, but this one doesn't take the fingerprints the way that just a plain chrome does. And of course, it is a silicone gasket there. Now check it out, friends. It's the 3 wicks in there, and let's talk a minute about the fragrance or the candle performance in terms of wick and wax performance. So you'll see the wax has discolored a little bit. It started out as a nice bright creamy white wax with the 3 wicks, and it's sort of, you know, over time it's burned and it's sort of yellowed and sort of ambered a little bit. Looking on the side, there's not a lot of soot on the side of this candle. There's a little bit, but not a terrible amount. So I burned this candle a lot. So I know you can only supposed to burn, 2 to 3 hours at a time. I probably burned this candle more than that, or just really enjoyed it. And so probably got more burn time, like I probably burned it longer, and that might have contributed to the soot and smoke on the side of the jar. This candle right now, when I take the cap off, has a really nice scent bubble just out into the room. It's probably 2 or 3 feet. It definitely is like scenting this area. So that means even on cold, if you place it on an end table or a nightstand, you'll be able to enjoy this fragrance. When I first burned this candle and first opened it, I really fell in love with the Southern Magnolia. I think that the Magnolia scent is one that's really difficult to replicate. It's got this creamy, like mixed with bitter, and if you've ever smelled a Southern Magnolia, you know it is an intoxicating fragrance, and that there is nothing quite like it, and it's very hard to replicate that in a candle. And so I haven't found one that's perfect, although this one, even though it wasn't 100% a Southern Magnolia fragrance, it really came close. What I would describe it as is a creamy white floral with the sharp floral notes that you find in a white floral, but with a base of cream and almost like a vanilla essence that would come through. It's definitely something that once you smell a Southern Magnolia, you're like, wow, so fragrant and so unique, hard to replicate in a candle, but this one did really well. The first half of the burn, the candle fragrance stayed true, and let's look at the fragrance notes that they put on the bottom of the candle, and it says white gardenia, so the gardenia is on here, on the fresh magnolia blossom and lemon verbena, and so it's got that sharp lemon, which adds a nice crisp aspect to this, not letting it get too white floral, and adding a little bit of green. So the first several burns of this candle, it was a pure cream, beautiful. It stayed true to the fragrance that you smelled when you first opened the candle. After that, and I've noticed this on some Bath and Body Works candles, the fragrance changed, and I don't know if it's because the wax pool goes pretty deep, and some of the fragrance oils evaporate or go into the air at different times, but this one, the fragrance changed over time. It became tartar and more like, I don't want to call it like acidic, but it was tartar and definitely sharper as the candle burned down. It didn't have that creamy, buttery nuance that the candle had on the first several burns. But now that only happened after about 20 hours of burn time when we got to the second half of the candle. So first half of the candle burn was really great, super beautiful fragrance profile. And then it shifted a little bit, still a very nice fragrance, but it became sharper and more tart. This candle has superior throw, as I mentioned, on cold. I can smell it, just opening the lid. When you light the candle, I have a 2-story great room concept where the scent fills out. This one filled that whole area without being too intense. That is a big space. And so if you have a small room, this could be pretty intense in a small room or in a small home. And so this will be a house-filling fragrance in a smaller home, and definitely a room-filling fragrance if you have a smaller or contained room. So if you like a strong, intense fragrance, floral fragrance, this candle is one to get. The Southern Magnolia, really nice fragrance profile, superior performance. So on a scale of 10 being really, really strong, I would put this in like the 8 or 9 range. Not the strongest candle I've ever smelled, but it's definitely one that's right up there in terms of fragrance intensity, nice fragrance throw, filling a whole big, large space. So great fragrance, nice burn performance, good fragrance throw and intensity, nice price point, so all around a winner from Bath and Body Works, which is not surprising. That's why we go there to get our candles, and they are so popular. Plus, if you didn't like it, you could just send it back or take it back now that the stores are reopening. I don't know though if places are taking returns with COVID-19, so you'll have to check that out. I know that some, now that everybody's sort of touched things with their hands, they've been resistant to taking it back. So check the return policy now that we're in this new COVID-19 world. Hey, thanks everybody for watching this review. The Southern Magnolia candle is great, and I think you're great. So I think you're great, and I want to give candle giveaways to you. So be sure to sign up for our newsletter. That's what I use to do our candle giveaways. The newsletter address is down the bottom. Just enter in an email address that you use regularly, and if you win, I'll send you an email to say, hey, you want free candle stuff. I promise not to spam you. I do send a newsletter out occasionally. With all the COVID craziness, I haven't been able to get it out. So, don't worry about like too much spam email from me. It's really a labor of love. Friends, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.